Hey everybody, it's me, Sam, and today I have a balancing yoga practice for you. So it's not what you think. We're not going to be doing a bunch of balancing. We're just going to be working on balancing our mind and body and emotions to come into equilibrium with ourselves. So if that sounds good to you, go get ready and I'll meet you on the mat. So when you're ready, we're going to begin in a nice, easy seat. So if you have a block, it's super helpful. If not, you can grab a pillow or just a blanket to lift your hips up so that when you come into your crisscross applesauce seat, you can let the weight of your knees, your legs hang heavy. Elevate your hips and find it's a little easier to sit up tall. So once you get here, stack your head over your heart over your pelvis. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And start to breathe deep. Slow down your breath. Try and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Find space. Find length in the back of your neck by tucking your chin in towards your chest slightly, reaching the crown of your head towards the top of the room. Ground down through your tailbone. Squeeze your belly button in to lengthen through your spine and engage your core. Notice if you choose palms facing down or palms facing up. Usually when we do palms facing down, it's because we want to stay grounded and protective of our energy. When we go palms facing up, we are open to receive potential energies and experiences. Find what feels good for you as you continue breathing deep. As you inhale in, feel all four corners of your torso expanding, your body lifting up. And with every exhale you take, sink a little bit deeper. Find your shoulders draw away from your ears, but you stay maintained in that long spine, reaching your crown towards the ceiling and your tailbone towards the earth. Try and extend your inhales and lengthen your exhales. All together, we're going to inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release. Notice how you feel after that. Maybe you find it's a little bit easier to lengthen your inhales and extend your exhales. Maybe you notice any sensations going on in your body. Just allow yourself to feel as you let whatever thoughts pass through your mind go easily as they come. Always connect with your breath. So I call this a balancing practice because sometimes our thoughts or our everyday life, our physical life can make us feel like we're being pulled in every which direction and we don't really have equilibrium 2 feet on the ground. And when that happens, it can feel very stressful. So just coming down to your mat and taking a little bit of time to check in with yourself, to notice, and try and balance things out will really help you feel more calm and safe in your body and your mind. So anytime you're feeling overwhelmed or thoughts are coming into your head, anxieties, always come back to your breath. Control it. Control your thoughts. Control your heart rate. Take one more inhale in. Exhale to slowly blink your eyes open. You have arrived on your mat today. The hard part is over. When you're ready, take that block out from underneath your hips or your pillow, move it to the side, and come into a tabletop position on your mat. Bring your wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hip points. Claw into your fingertips, take pressure off of your wrists, grip into the mat hard, like you're holding onto it for dear life. Press into the tops of your feet, connect to the earth underneath you. Feel the tops of your feet pressing into the earth. You've got a strong, nice base underneath you. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, extend. Exhale, cat pose. Send your navel up towards your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Keep that push in your palms to lift your chest up towards the sky. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your head in towards your pelvis. Start to move with the sound of your own breath now, going as fast or as slow as you'd like through your cat-cow flow. And I encourage you to find some soft, easy movement in your cat-cow flow. This could be as simple as just tick-tocking your hips back and forth. You can make big circles with your belly or big circles with your hips. Ooh, a lot of cracks and pops over here. You can meet in a child's pose if that feels good for you. And you can just stay there if you want to. Or you can take your chest all the way up and through your hands to meet in a upward facing dog. You can find a little flow there with your spine, moving with ease and care. You can even take it into a downward facing dog if that feels good for you. Pedaling out through your feet. You can even take it into a tabletop or a plank pose to engage your core. Find what feels good for you. Maybe you thread the needle, finding a little bit of a twist. Maybe you take a seat. We'll be here for a few long moments, so take your time finding what feels good in your body specifically. All bodies are unique, so this is your time to explore and find what feels good. Learn a little bit more about yourself. Sometimes if our hips are tight, we hold a lot of emotion in our hips. So maybe you're going through something difficult and it's putting a lot of tension on your hips. Maybe your heart space is tight. You want to open it up and let a little bit of love in your life. Maybe you whisper a mantra to yourself, like, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are loved. Maybe you give yourself a hug and embrace yourself and all that you are. Take 5 more cycles of breath here. A cycle of breath is 1 full long inhale in and 1 full long exhale out. Take 1 more inhale and expand. Exhale to your tabletop position. Press into your feet, press into your hands to bring yourself back into center. Walk your hands out a little bit in front of you. Curl your toes underneath your hips, underneath your feet, and lift your hips high and back into a downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your feet here by bending one knee and then the next. Make sure you get your toes underneath your feet to stretch the fascia of your feet. And like we did in our tabletop cat-cow flow, don't be afraid to find some soft, easy movement here. Veer off the railroad tracks. Find something new. Maybe you grab opposite ankle with opposite hand. Take a peek through your right armpit chest or your armpit chest in general. Maybe you walk your legs off of the mat, come into a wide-legged forward fold. Notice how it feels for you. Maybe you meet in a plank pose or crisscross your legs. Take 5 more cycles of breath. Take one more inhale in, and exhale to find stillness. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Exhale to make your way into a forward fold. Your choice how you move. I'm going to crisscross walk. You can take baby steps. You can ragdoll or even hop, skip, and jump all the way there. When you get there, bend your knees generously. Let your torso hang on top of your thighs. Let the weight of your head go. Shake your head a little bit, yes, a little bit, no. Maybe you clasp opposite elbow with opposite hand. Find some soft, easy movement. Take 3 cycles of breath here, finding what feels good. Take one more inhale in. Expand your body. Exhale, drop your fingertips to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Bring your hands to your thighs. Press your hands into your legs to feel your chest reach forward, engaging your back muscles as you squeeze your arms into your sides and send your tailbone to the back of your room as you reach your crown towards the front. Take an inhale in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up. Exhale, float your hands down by your sides. Bring your hands together at heart center. Inhale in. And exhale out. Find your shoulders dropping away from your ears. And focus on your intention, which is to bring balance into your life through this practice. When you're ready, we'll inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale for a side body stretch to the left. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, reach up and over towards the left side of the room. Press into both of your feet equally, but maybe you ground down a little bit more through your right foot to send your hips a little towards the right and reach through your hand to find length from your ankle all the way to your wrist. Bring your heart up towards the sky. Inhale in. Exhale, come back to center. Release your palms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the right. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Reach up and over towards the right side of the room. Breathe here. Ground down through both of your feet equally, but maybe you shift your weight slightly into your left foot, a little bit more to find length from your ankle to your wrist. Tuck your glutes in slightly. Engage your pelvis and your core to reach a little bit further. Inhale in, expand. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend, open your heart. Squeeze your glutes to push your hips forward. Send your elbows left and right as you bring your heart towards the sky. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the earth. Come into Malasana. Walk your feet off of the mat. Let your toes spill off slightly as you let your hips sink deep in between your hands. If you can't bring your hips down here, grab your block or your pillow and allow it to help you reach your hips down to the earth. Take your time here. Breathe here. Maybe you find a little bit of a sway. Just working it out in your hips to start. When you're ready, inhale, power all the way up back to mountain pose. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Grab your right wrist, reach up and over towards the left side of the room. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, open up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Malasana. Bring your hands down, walk your feet wide, sink your hips deep. Maybe you take something new. Maybe you shift a little bit more into your hands, and then a little bit more into your feet. Maybe if you're feeling good, you find a flying frog pose, or maybe a crow pose. Up to you. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Last round. Heel toe your feet together. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend of your choice. Maybe you come into a Kali Mudra, interlacing all of your fingers except your index and cross your thumbs. Maybe you bring your hands behind your back as you inhale and exhale to sink deep. Maybe you come into cactus arms. Breathe here. Find your focus. Squeeze your glutes, protect your low back. Here for 4, 3, find that shake. 2, 1, inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Plant your palms, step your feet back into a plank. Breathe here, find your strength, find your balance. Maybe you shift a little bit more into your hands by seesawing your feet back and forth. Tuck your pelvis in to connect to your glutes. Reach the crown of your head forward as your heels reach back. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Press into your glutes to push your pelvis into the mat. Inhale, lift your chest off of the mat. Come into a baby cobra. Squeeze your elbows into your sides. Squeeze your legs in together. Lift your kneecaps off of the mat by pressing into your toes. Inhale, expand. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out if you need to. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale, 3-legged dog on your right. Kick your right heel high, ground down through your left. Dial your right toes down towards the earth to square your hips, engage your glute. Inhale, expand. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way up and through. Inhale, warrior 2, rise up, spin open. Pivot on your back foot to have the knife edge of your foot pressing into the mat. Push away with your left foot and your right to find equilibrium at your center. Inhale, expand. Exhale, extended side angle, right hand down, left hand high. Option to grab your block here. Use it to support you as you bring your right hand down and left hand up. Option to place your hand on your knee. Wherever you are, press your right hand into your leg. Just spiral your heart a little bit more open towards the sky. Inhale, expand. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand up overhead. Keep that bend in your front knee. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, flow through a vinyasa. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Cartwheel your hands down. Step your right foot back. Option for single leg vinyasa as we flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, 3-legged dog on your right. Kick your left. Kick your left heel high. Dial your left toes down. Square your hips. Feel your glute engage. Inhale, expand. Exhale, low lunge. Step it all the way up and through. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2. Exhale, sink deep into your front leg. Press into the knife edge of your back foot. Bring your pinkies together to find your heart opening here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, extended side angle, left hand down, right hand up. Take your variation that you need. Press your left hand into your leg to lift your heart, spiral your heart a little bit more open. Maybe you find more depth here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand up overhead. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll change it up a little bit. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips deep to lift your hands high. Open your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Bring your right knee up, parallel with your hip. Find your balance here. Breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open arm twist to your right. Revolve your body over to the right side of the room. Send your right hand back, your left hand forward. Breathe. Option to find your right foot with your left hand. Kick it up. Good. Find your balance. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, one-legged chair. Whew, I am sweating. Bring your right ankle over your left knee and sink your hips deep. Bring your hands out in front of you to help counterbalance your weight. If you can, bring your blocks down to the earth and find a little bit of balance practice as you sink your hips a little bit deeper. Breathe. If you can touch the earth, that's great. If you want to go into a toe stand, you can, no problem. When you're ready, inhale, rise back up, single-legged Tadasana, right knee parallel. Exhale, warrior three, kick your right foot back into an imaginary wall. Send your heart down towards the earth. Dial your right toes down, square your hips. Inhale, expand, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend, left hand down, right hand up. Inhale, expand, reach up, look up. Exhale, twist, right hand down. Inhale, left hand high. Expand your body, inhale in, sink your hips a little bit deeper to open your heart a little bit more. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll switch sides. Inhale, three-legged dog on your left. Oh, sorry. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Breathe here. Sink your hips deep to lift your heart high. Try and reach up towards the sky and plug your shoulder blades into socket. Try and slightly send your tailbone down towards the earth, scooping your pelvis up to connect to your core. Inhale, single-legged Tadasana, left knee high. Exhale, open up towards the left hand back, right hand forward. Find this twist. Maybe you find a bind, right foot, left hand. Kick it out. Inhale through center. Reach up, expand. Exhale, single-legged chair, left ankle over right knee. Maybe you use your hands. And sink your hips deep. Bring your hands out in front of you to help counterbalance your weight. And feel that stretch in your left hip. Option to bring your hands down to the earth, come into a fold. Take your time. If you need to use your block here, no problem. I love blocks. They're so helpful. When you're ready, inhale, rise up, single-legged Tadasana. Keep your balance. If you don't have that balance, it's not a problem. Your mat is there to support you. Inhale, expand. Exhale, warrior three. Dial your left toes down. Feel your hips. Square your glute, engage. Inhale, expand, reach it up. Exhale, warrior two, step it back. Trust yourself. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend, right hand down, left hand high. Inhale, expand. Exhale, twist, left hand down. Inhale, right hand high. Inhale, expand, sink your hips deep to open your heart. Exhale, flow through a vinyasa. Last one. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take a seat on your heels. Take a few breaths. Notice how you feel. Notice if you're sweaty like me. Yoga is not easy. Bring your hands into your lap. Let the weight of your head fall forward. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And take 5 cycles of breath, feeling your heart beating inside of your body. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Swing your legs to one side, any side. Come and take a seat on your bum. Send your legs out long in front of you. I'm gonna face you so you know what I'm doing. Bring your right foot in and your left leg out long in a diagonal. Inhale, bring your hands overhead. Lift all 4 corners of your torso. Exhale, forehead to knee. Reach for your left foot. Send your forehead to your knee. Option to stay here or find a little bit of openness in your heart, bringing your heart towards the sky, your right hand back to lift up and over like a rainbow, reaching for a pot of gold. Option to keep your knee really bent here, no problem. Option to take a bind, bring your right hand behind your back to grab the inside of your left leg. Option to grab your right knee with your left hand and your left foot with your right, come into a little push and pull opposition. Maybe you find some soft, easy movement in a combination of all of them. Take 5 cycles of breath. Inhale, come back up through center. Send your right leg out long. Bring your left foot in to touch your right leg. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, forehead to knee. This is called Janu Shirashasana, something like that. Janu Shirashasana. It's a really long name. I know it on paper, but saying it is a little more difficult. It's a long name. You know your options here. You can take a bind, bringing your left hand behind your back to grab the inside of your right thigh. You can lift your heart up and reach up and over like a rainbow with your left hand. You can stay with your heart towards the earth, or maybe you find a little bit of push and pull, reaching for your right foot with your left hand and your left knee with your right. Find what feels good. Take 5 cycles of breath. Maybe you find a different variation that I have not listed. You get to choose. Take one more inhale in. Exhale to rise back up. Bring both of your feet wide. Walk your hands out on the mat in front of you or on the earth in front of you. Flex your toes or point them, your choice. And breathe. Feel that stretch in between your legs. Maybe you bow the weight of your head down and breathe. Take 3 more cycles of breath here. One more inhale in. Exhale, walk yourself back up. Send your feet together out on your mat, long in front of you. Bend your knees generously. Flex your toes towards the sky. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, seated forward fold. Reach up and over towards your toes. Option to grab your block, place it over your feet if that feels good for you. Increase your length a little bit. Or you just stay here. Let the weight of your head fall forward. Let gravity do its thing. Or maybe you want to stay super restorative, so you take your block, place it in between your legs to let the weight of your forehead fall on it, and then just let the weight of your legs and your arms fall into the earth as you fully, completely rest. Take 5 cycles of breath here, nice and slow. Use your next inhale in to slowly roll up. Once you get there, point your toes towards the front of your room. Come into a Kali Mudra with your hands. Interlace all of your fingers except your index. Cross your thumbs to cross both sides of your brain. Reach your toes to the front. Reach your fingers forward. Find your focus, find your gaze as you pull your belly button into your spine and use your core to gently guide you down to the earth. Take your time here, nice and slow. Try and control. Once you get there, let the weight of your head, your back fall. Inhale, reach overhead, full body stretch, expand all of your fingers, all of your toes. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a rock up and down your spine. Maybe you take it side to side. When you're ready, hug your right knee in, send your left leg out long. Maybe you just stay here, feeling the stretch in your hip. Maybe you find some soft, easy movement, taking it from right armpit to left armpit. Maybe you find half wind relievers pose, wrapping your right leg up towards your right armpit, then in towards your chest to feel the compression of your leg on your torso. Squeezing, compressing that right side of your body to constrict the blood flow from your kidneys and your liver. So then when we release, we'll send fresh blood, fresh oxygen to those places and promote healing. Take one more inhale in, expand your body. Exhale, supine twist, send your right leg over to the left side of your mat. I recommend shifting your hips more into the center of your mat. Feel a little bit of release on your spine. Send your arms wide into a T or cactus arms. Try and bring your right shoulder down to the earth. Focus on the twist. Take an inhale in, expand. Fill your belly. Exhale, send your gaze to the right. Take 5 cycles of breath here. Take one more inhale in. Exhale to roll back through center. Bring your hips back into the middle. Hug or kiss your right knee back in towards your chest. And when you're ready, send your right leg out long. Hug your left knee in towards heart center. You know your options here. You can stay still, finding that stretch in your hip. Or maybe you take a little soft, easy movement, bringing your knee from left armpit to right armpit, feeling where in this range of motion, if you are holding any tension. Maybe you take half wind relievers, bringing your left knee towards your left armpit, then in towards heart center, feeling a compression on your side body. Take 3 more cycles of breath. Take one more inhale in. Exhale to your supine twist, left leg, right side. Shift your hips more into the center of your mat. Find a little bit of a release. If you have that block, bring it underneath your knee. If your knee can't touch the earth, just find a little bit of support and release. Bring your arms out wide into a T. Inhale in through your belly. Exhale, send your gaze to the left. Try and glue your shoulder blades to the mat. Take 5 cycles of breath. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, bring it back through center. Hug both of your knees up towards your heart. This time, shift your hips more into the center of your mat. Option to take the last little bit of whatever you need on your mat today. Maybe it's just hugging and rolling on your low back. Maybe it's a happy baby, kicking your feet up towards the sky and pulling your knees in towards your armpits, trying to reach your tailbone towards the back, the bottom of your mat. Maybe take some soft, easy movement here. Maybe you bring your legs together, come into a shoulder stand. And I know I have a chair up overhead, but maybe you bring your legs up overhead and find a plow pose or a pike pose, your choice. Wherever you are, take 5 cycles of breath, just finding what feels good for you. Take one more inhale in. And exhale to send your legs out long. Bring your arms by your sides wherever it feels comfortable. Press your weight into the back of your head to lift your chest up and snuggle your shoulder blades underneath you to find a little bit more space in your heart. Notice how you feel. Soften that little space in between your eyebrows. Take it down to your temples and to your jaw. Unclench your jaw. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth and allow for your lips to part naturally, creating some separation in between your teeth. Relax down through your shoulders. Release tension from your palms. Feel your heart beating inside of your body as your breath moves your belly up and down. Feel your hips grow heavy as your quads release. Feel your knee joint grow heavy as your calves release and your ankles and your toes let go of any tension held in your body as you come to rest in Shavasana. Allowing whatever is, whatever was, and whatever will be as you fully surrender. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. This time is yours. If you're ready to go, I totally get it. We've got lives and things to do. You can pause the video here if you want to stay. Or if you're ready to go, bring your hands together overhead. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Maybe you give yourself a little bit of a massage in between your brow bone, noticing that connection. Press your palms together as you inhale in, expand your body. Exhale, release as you whisper, Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you liked this practice. Hope you feel a little bit more balanced. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.